Well, season's greetings to you all from down here on the bayou on a very rather cold December day in South Louisiana. Got a hot cup of coffee, and it's actually a beautiful day. It's sunny out in the yard, and got the boy out here with me. But yeah, over here in this corner in the shade, it's considerably colder, and plus we got the wind whipping around. So yeah, it actually feels wintry for a change. So I have to say thank you once again for joining me on this episode of Bayou Gold Guy. I am Bayou Gold Guy. I got a little something to wrap up the year, and it's a fitting pay dirt for a cold day. We're gonna do the Misskimosons bipolar sample bag, little pay dirt, the little the cute little polar bear on it. So I don't think they have those anymore offering. I know they have the Blue Tundra that's going right now. He's just I got to notice it was his birthday, I believe 33rd birthday. So happy birthday to you, Misskimosons. Really enjoy your material, and hope we get another bigger bag. We had a nice batch of gold out of that Anita's Way bag. So I'll leave that in a link at the end of the video if you want to check that out on the end screen. So I hope everyone had a very happy and safe and healthy Christmas, and are going into a happy new year. So with that being said, let's go ahead and turn to the new gold epicenter of South Louisiana, where X marks the spot for what I just showed you, our little bag of bipolar pay dirt on the old gold stand. It was a very nice Christmas down here on the bayou. My tree survived upright, and I did lose 1,000 lights off the bottom of it from the little monsters playing with the light cord. It was those LEDs, so I never could find where any was any damage, but it was enough that it it doesn't work anymore. So I had to kind of stretch out some of my lights from the top down into the bottom. So like I said, I just wouldn't have a big black void there. It's still pretty, but yeah, it is. There are no ornaments at the bottom of the tree, and the tinsel is usually torn off and hanging in a pile that I'm constantly rehanging or picking up. So let's open here and check this out. Really, this is I've commented on it before how much I like this. I like this pay dirt from the Arctic Circle, just below the Arctic Circle, and it's got a lot of mica and schist in it. It makes for some very pretty silvery rocks, shiny rocks, and like I said, just this is a bag, so it's got smaller bits in it, but than the bigger bags. But yeah, I use this in a lot of my smaller pay dirt bottles that I'd made up for the Christmas stuff, and in some of the bigger pay dirt bottles too, just because it is such a very cool material. You can see there how it really, that silvery shiny rock really stands out. And I believe that is the schist, along with the mica. You can see the sparkles in the dirt a lot of times shining through. So let's go ahead and put this stuff in here. I believe this was $25 postage paid for this sample bag. And like I said, I looked on I do not see this available anymore on his on his site, but that doesn't mean that it won't be back. I know there's been times when they'd sell out their stuff and you'd have to wait, you know, sometimes a month or two for some new stuff to be resupplied. So that's that may be what's going on with that. So let's get this. And yeah, and there's my boy Gizmo. Hey Gizzy, yeah, he's sweet boy. He had a pretty good Christmas. He got loaded up with all kinds of toys and chews, and of course the cats play with his and he plays with theirs, so they all ended up romping together. It's pretty funny to see. So let's get some water to here together on this. We'll move along. Give a nod for our Let's Go Brandon coin, and today is or at least this week, this Christmas was 2 years. Marked 2 years since the famous Biden getting trolled on Christmas Eve saying, "I agree, let's go Brandon," on, from their Christmas, you know, like I said, they had call-ins, and it was just epic troll.
Yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas as well. Merry Christmas, and let's go Brandon.
Let's go Brandon, I agree. Hey, by the way, where are you in Oregon? Where's your home? I think we lost him.
Yeah.
All right.
And you can just tell that they had shielded him. He had no idea. He may still not to this day know that they're saying "fuck you, Biden" when they say "let's go Brandon." But it was just that whole situation. It was just epic, showing the media fraud that stupid reporter on the NASCAR, the racer named Brandon. They're trying to interview, and all you can hear in the background is the crowd just chanting "fuck Joe Biden, fuck," and she says, "Oh, and they're saying let's go Brandon." When I mean, just lying to your face, telling you something that you can clearly hear is not what's being said, is what, you know, what you're not hearing, what you think you are. This, you know, we're telling you what you're hearing. And yeah, it is gone down in history. I had a nice montage of stadiums and arenas clearly chanting the "fuck Joe Biden" with the clapping, some of it just straight up, you know, chanting. But yeah, pretty damn hilarious. That he's just so oblivious that he doesn't even know. Yeah, I agree. Let's go, Brandon. You can see, and he's sitting next to Shill, the wife, Shill Biden there, and yeah, you can see her face cringing, that, you know, trying not to react to this idiot just saying, "Yeah, fuck myself." Actually, it was a beautiful full moon that was out for Christmas. I saw him as I'd be walking Gizmo. We had a lot of cloud cover and rain, but we did get some breaks in it. You'd see that beautiful moon shining through. And it looks like we don't have anything in our plus kitchen strainer size there, which I didn't really expect that we would. I have no idea how much we might expect to see in this or not. As of today, I looked, gold was at $2,078 when the last time I checked it. So it may be holding long enough to break 21 again. Of course, last time it did, it broke it and then plummeted immediately back down to 19. So it's what's unusual is my crypto has been holding and going up, and I mean I'm still in the red on it, but it's it's up a couple of $100 from what it's been for the last year and a half, I guess, or more. So hopefully that'll be a continuing trend that'll will pay off sometime. You just got to watch it, have those alerts on, because when it jumps up there and hits that sell point, it may only last for minutes, and then if you don't act on it, you miss the opportunity. So pretty damn crazy. Yeah, the stuff that am the most in the red on is some that I had transferred to from Shiba when it had gone down, and I still looking back on it, can't remember why I chose to put a couple $100 in something that was not, it was hot at the moment, but it wasn't going to last, obviously, but I just started getting into it. So that's if I can recover half of that even back, I would probably go ahead and cash out on it and move it into something else. We've got us some nice showing up right there. Yeah, I end up using the that Anita's Way gold in most of the giveaway bottles, Xmas Bayou bottles that we did for Christmas. That's that, and this is the 21 karat. Their gold is the 21 carats. That's what they say. So made for some nice little. Kind of reminded me of the Lynch Gizmo type, where it wasn't real tiny gold, but it was kind of uniform. Nice little flakes though that were a lot bigger than these are. But yeah, it made for some pretty gold. I did watch the new Godzilla movie. It finally came on the channel for F Movies, and of course it was camera version, and it was a little oh shit. See there, I've got gold floating right there on the top. You can see it moving because I did not put in my damn jet dry. Let's get it back over at least towards the end where it goes. You see, as soon as that jet dry hits it, it sinks. But yeah, I'd started watching it, and I was going, okay, I'm going to wait and watch it when a better version comes out on the HD. And a few minutes into it, and I decided, well, hell, I'm going to go ahead and watch it. And it wasn't that terrible. It was basically pretty kind of dark and grainy through a lot of it. But oh man, I just squeezed my Garrett, and that's the first one I've had to do that. I guess that was my original. That was probably my original Klesch bottle that I got from him when I started this. So that's over 2.5 years that lasted. Pretty much out here all the time. It was not just sitting out in the sun, but it was out here in the elements, kind of tucked under something. But yeah, man, even with the bad, or less than desirable version of the recording on it, it was good. It was a good movie. I think they kind of try to make, I mean, of course it's from Toho, so it's Japanese, which is why they come across a lot more sympathetic. Hard to talk out here in the but yeah, I mean, basically it's coming out of just out of World War II. The main character is a kamikaze pilot who didn't go through with his mission, landed on an island, and just, because he just didn't. It was the end days of the war, and he saw no point of throwing his life away for a pointless cause. They wanted him to all go die with honor, and a big part of the reason why they were nuked was because they knew that the civilian population of Japan were basically like cult fanatics on the extreme when it came to the emperor, and they were like lemmings. They were all willing to run and dive off that cliff for honor of Japan, and because they saw their emperors more as a deity than a, definitely not as the, tyrant dictator that he was. But yeah, the Japanese were the equivalent of the Asian Nazis. They committed massive atrocities on their victims and their prisoners and their population that we still gain medical benefit from, that they have used, that people say that even though, just by the way that knowledge was gained, it should not be acknowledged or exploited. We should, which again, then you say, well, does that diminish their lives for nothing? Or is that a deterrent to say, no matter what you do, if you do it immorally, we're not going to recognize it? But at any rate, yeah, that's the whole thing's kind of sympathetic to the Japanese people, much more so than I think it really, really should be. But it didn't diminish it anyway. It was incredible to see a movie that was not woke. It had no no queers. It had no criminals. It had the story, the characters. It was all, of course, it's in Japanese, so you've got to read the subtitles. But it was like I said, you actually cared about these characters, which is also rare in a movie. So I'm just really sorry I didn't get to see it on the big screen, or in that's one I would have liked to have seen in IMAX. But highly recommend it, and definitely whenever it comes out where you can watch it. If you don't have to go if you can't see it at a theater. But that compared to, I I watched Aquaman 2 just to see how much the skank was really in it. And she is in it very limited amount, but she saves Aquaman 2 different times, even though she didn't have hardly 10 lines in it. But just the fact that that piece of shit was in it at all, and of course the movie is just bombed miserably. It's getting destroyed. It is their DC's greatest loss yet, and one of the biggest financial losses of all of them this year, because they had so many reshoots and they did so much, above and beyond the already bloated budget, that it's just ridiculous. That's what I've been waiting for. My damn angel there darted out last night. I went out to feed Hurricane about 3 in the morning, and as soon as I opened the door, I don't know where she was, and she just bolted out. And which I haven't had to worry about her doing that. They lull you into a false sense of security, and that's what happens. And she's out here with my little feral cat with the ears torn out, who's not fixed in any way. He's I haven't gotten a good look at his back, but I mean, I assumed he wasn't, but his ears are so mangled you wouldn't tell if he was or not. But she's been running around out here with him, and he's staying close to her. So man, I'll probably end up having to have them check her whenever they fix her. She'll be coming back in probably tonight, and I won't let her out again. But she didn't seem to want to have anything to do with him, as far as she kept swatting at his ass getting near her. But I don't know. I'm not going to have any more kittens though, so they will abort them in the as they're fixing her, if she does have. I don't know if y'all can hear that. Our trash truck's arrived. They are late today because there was so much trash. Ours are Monday and Thursday, and of course Monday was Christmas, so there was no trash pickup. So there are, then all the Christmas stuff that's out there, major piles of trash built up around the neighborhood. Very nice looking stuff showing up there. Now I hear you crying, little boy. You ready to go in? He gets cold easy. I got a little space heater that's in the bedroom, and he likes to curl up right in front of it for a little while sometimes. If he's not right on on top of me or somewhere under my feet, then I know that he's that's where he is. He's by the heater. Right, little boy? Right, my little boy? Yeah. He's right under my feet now. Your leash stretches just far enough, doesn't it? But yeah, oddly enough, I think Aquaman 2 was better than the first one, But it's just so the writing's just so bad on it, and then you got the hated character that Amber Heard's just like I said, one of the most despised people basically in the world. She was rated up there with Meghan Markle. That was funny. I had a friend on Facebook over in England and the UK, and she was saying how when the wedding was coming up and all that, and And I'm telling her that, you shouldn't be excited. She's pretty much a skank. And, America already knows pretty much, that she is, y'all going to be sorry you brought that into the monarchy. And, sure enough, it is, kind of explains why they used to have those, they tried to keep keep the elites, because that's why there was so much inbreeding. They tried to keep the trash out of the bloodline. And what's funny is they've got these sites on, showing that questioning whether or not she was actually ever even pregnant with the with their kid, supposedly kid, the squatting down and popping up on when she's supposedly 7 months, 8 months pregnant. And there's women going, there's no way that she was doing squats, and showing some of the, like, she was just carrying around a pillow under your dress. It's a lot easier to move than when you're actually carrying pregnant weight. But yeah, and sometimes it'd be her stomach would be down low with the bulge, sometimes it would be up high with the bulge, and kind of makes you go, yeah, I'd question that, whether that was and they're already known to be such liars and opportunists, and basically just real scumbags. But yeah, Amber Heard is in good company with the elite scum, but it has destroyed any hopes that Warner had for hopefully salvaging something out of that crappy ass movie. And again, Jason Momoa, he only plays one character, Jason Momoa. He's in every movie, and he's still the same guy from that started out his career that I liked him as Ronan in Stargate Atlantis. He was the alien that came on there. That was basically the same badass character that he always plays in every role. Had the same dreads. Had hair's never changed. His acting character has never changed. And then they were saying how that in this one Aquaman, he never has his shirt off, so they're gonna lose that word of mouth from the women that always went just to see Jason Momoa. Just like men used to go to movies just because of the hot leading lady. Didn't care, give a shit what the story. I told y'all before, I went and saw 10. I had no idea what it was, except that the shots of Bo Derek running down the beach on the ads is all it. I didn't know who Dudley Moore was at that time. Or same thing with Flashdance. We would think we give a shit about a dance movie, whatever. We were late late teens, early 20s, whenever it came out, I guess early 20s. But yeah, and that's me and my buddy. When any girlfriends involved going to see that, we would see it because the little hot dancer girl that turned out to be. We learned about body doubles from that movie. That prepare to be disappointed, folks, because that's not who you think it is dancing here. The cute little girl that played the lead. But yeah, it's just like I said, I'll say that for it. It was again, and then the CGI is so bad, and their shit underwater. They just cannot do a good underwater scenes. They look like they're standing on land all the time, except for their hair waving in the computer bullshit that looks very fake. But there's no difference. The physics of it just don't make you believe it at all. But for the crap that was Aquaman 1 that somehow made $1 billion, which, you know, I still have no idea how that happened, because again, it was just overblown CGI green screen crap overload. So yeah, I would definitely not recommend that one. Or definitely not paying for it. Then of course we caught the Christmas season favorite, Die Hard, and the Santa Claus. That's one of my favorites to watch again. I always liked Tim Allen, and that movie is just a good movie to me. And then Santa Claus 2 was every few years I watch that again, and then even every fewer more I watch the third one with Martin Short, which is kind of the, you know, a bomb. But yeah, that first one's a good watch for the season. So all right, well, like I said, I know they always have a good ROI on their regular pay dirt bags. I did see that their 1 gram bag had gone up to $80, and that includes shipping in it, from, I think it was at 70 or 75. It might have been 70 when I started, then it had gone up to 75, and now it's at 80 probably with that last increase in the gold price. But yeah, they've got the 3 gram bags, they've got the ½ ounce bags, they got I think a 5 gram bag. And then I had somebody contact me about doing a remodel job on their house that I was hoping would they were going to go ahead and get back with me sooner, because I wanted to get some of that gold nugget sales. I think it's 107 this year that he's got out. That's good until I think you have until January 12th or something like that to pick up on that stuff. And it's small gold, but a nice amount of it there for I think it's a 5 gram bag. So there we go. That is some fine. Oh, my fingers are cold and wet now. Why won't it not? There we go. I was gonna say, why won't it turn on my damn light either? But yeah, so it is some fine stuff there. The dump truck, the trash truck is back. So we'll snuffer this up and go dry it up and see what we look like in there. All right, we've got a pan of dried gold there from our little polar bear. and it is much warmer in the house now that we're in. Got our Christmas goodies there. We're baking what's left. Go ahead and get this dumped out and see what we came up with on our sample bag. Check on our, still using our little replacement scale there. But it is accurate, so there you got 0.18, and that's it's more accurate whenever you're right up to the edge on that. So actually, yeah, 0.19 to just short of 0.20. You saw it flash to 20 there. So that was like I said, I think it was a $20. I think it was $20 for that sample bag when I got it. So we'll have to we'll run some numbers to see what that is. I mean, I think it's probably comparable, actually better than the Lynch small bag that you normally get 18 to 0.18 to 0.20 on it, but that was normally a $17 bag plus the $10 shipping, so $27. And like I said, this was $20 shipped, maybe $25 shipped. So there we have our zoom in on that pretty fine gold. You can see there's a lot of dark pieces in there with it. That is the stained gold that held up there. So it's not really, that's not extra weight, that's just dark gold. But it is some very fine stuff that it does not look. There's the end of my, where is it? That's the tip of my tweezers. So it's actually, here we get one of our little tiny toothpicks. And yeah, you can see that's the tip of a toothpick that looks pretty damn big on there. So a little bit of quartz here and there on there, but like I said, we're on our weight, so very nice stuff though. Never disappointed from Misskimosons. So it's nice to add to the vial. So on that, what? Come here. You just can't stand it, can you? You just can't stand it, can you? But yeah. So on that gold, for our 0.19 grams, for the price I paid for it back in November, which was like $1,960 an ounce, we got $11.98 worth of gold value, and that, counting for $25 is what I paid for the bag, comes out to 48% ROI. But y'all know I don't count postage on my ROIs, so if you take off another $5, around get it down to $20 for the postage, then it comes to about 60% ROI on it. So again, not bad for a little sample bag of some fun pay dirt to do, and some pretty gold. So I guess that will pretty much close the book on pay dirt reviews for 2023. Going into the new year, we'll see what that brings. We've had some pretty cool dirt over the last year, and yeah, had some companies that we won't be able to get some anymore for the upcoming year either. So that's you know, just part of the change. I guess that being said, thank you all so much for another year of supporting the channel and tuning in and being in the live chats and leaving comments and liking the videos, subscribing, which if you have not subscribed, hit that like button. Would appreciate you doing that now for the, to help the channel there a little bit. And so like I said, we'll see what 24 brings. It's going to be a volatile year, and one that's going to be one that we really have to step up and make something happen, or 25 is not going to be a place you want to be, I'm afraid. So that being said, thank you all again so much. I hope you all have a very happy holiday season and a bright new year. And I'm not sure we'll be doing something maybe for the Christmas Eve, a little something on that for that, which we've done the last 2 years. If not, y'all, I'll see you in the new year. So until then, Bayou Gold Guy and Gizmo, the Wonder Dog, the Gold Wonder Dog, saying take care of each other and peace out, my friends. For Christmas morning, my little guys are, they got him some goodies there. Got him a new bed. They got their little kitty toys in that one. Some puppy toys in that one. And some puppy treats over there. So here let's open it up and y'all can have some fun. And they always end up on the bed. There's Snowball's got his toy. Gizmo's chewing on his new treat. The rest of the guys are in there being kitties. So yeah. Oh, you like your little toy? You like your little toy there, my big boy?